All right, everybody, as they live in panic and fear, I'm going to let you watch this wellness oasis presented by Chase at VCon and let you see how sick these people are, how clueless you all are, and how disrespectful you are to any form of spirituality or self and professional developmental work, which is why I started this journey, is to expose all of you, to let you know that what you're doing is fucking unethical, immoral, and fucking illegal, and you do not fail to deliver every single time. Every time that bitch gets on a fucking stage, every one of you, every fucking time you get on a fucking stage, you show how fucking ridiculous you all are, and the whole world is watching it, LA. You are mentally fucking ill. We do not give a shit about LA. You literally are the scum of the earth. This is the problem.
The human experience is so unique.
There she is.
If you want to improve your mental health, you have to fall deeply in love with you.
Fall deeply in love with you, and I'm going to hypnotize you into doing so. So you're not going to do anything of substance to assist the world in your process of being selfish. It literally will be so that you can look like this woman, gazing out into the distance as if she's done something with her life, when this is all that she's done.
So really understanding actually the way that you're supposed to operate just helps you accept yourself so much and then double down.
Understanding how you're supposed to operate amongst these sick-ass women so that they can live a free life of never having to hold themselves accountable while taking your money and giving you nothing in return except for feelings of insecurity, feelings of not enough, which are all coming off of them. And then they hypnotize you into just letting it go, where it then piles on you, where you end up in the hospital when you then try to do what they're telling you to do. However, they've put that shit all up on you. And then you end up in a hospital taking medications, because that's the fastest way to feel numb from the pain that they've put you in.
All you're doing is eating food as the earth presents it.
All you're doing is eating food as the world presents it. Well, that would be anything in a bag. That would be anything down the aisle of anything. That's how the world is presenting it. That would be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Don't forget about Jay Shetty's wife up there on the far second to the left.
We get caught up in our everyday life.
Really? Do you get caught up in your everyday life? Or is it because you're from LA and you're selfish as fuck?
Meditation was something that I was able to...
Meditation was all about you and figuring out ways to manipulate other people through your mindset of convincing yourself that you were something that you're not. Then you carried it through into convincing yourself into being solid, which means that nobody could tell you anything, which then brought you to the platform to grow a bigger seed of nasty to create villainhood in the world from Los Angeles, a person that has no fucking brain.
Bring home with me and practice.
I think there's a lot of different rivers to get to the same sea.
I think there are a lot of different rivers to get to the same sea. However, my way's the only way. Look how pretty I am. And make sure you take a look at the pretty girl next to me as I tell you in a soft voice how I'm going to subdue you. And that's what you all fall for, is the seduction factor of this nonsense and nasty behavior, which doesn't have any grounding in anything except for look at them sitting on a stage and they're making money off of your asses while robbing you of attention that should be going to yourself.
And so whatever makes you feel more...
See, they want to be validated in any which way possible. And if you're paying attention to what's good for you, you don't give them the attention, which is the validation that they need to continue on this so-called enjoying of the process, which is being worshipped by you as the audience.
Being here, that's the river to jump in.
Talk about garbage. This should make you want to puke right now. That sound that you're playing in volume to these people is inappropriate and unethical. And you all do it on your podcasts. So these people do that soft sounding voice in amongst a bunch of chaos to soothe you into submission as you stay up top while you should be here. It's called getting grounded. They will even use words like grounding, but you're still up here. This is a fucking freight train of disaster, of car wrecks, so that they can thrive off of what? Thrive off of what? Ask yourselves.
Name on it, Eric. So they're waiting for you here. So this is called the Inn at Moonlight Beach. I'm going to take you inside. I'm going to show you this. But first I want to introduce you to the couple behind this beautiful space. So I've got Mike and Shane.
Wow, this is great, California.
You're the architect.
Not everyone in the country is from California and understands their behavior of sickness. And a lot of people moved from the East Coast over to the West Coast, and they don't understand the vibe of California. And you didn't fight for your land. You literally spread your legs eagle and allowed an Armenian to tell people what we were going to live like so that she could thrive while doing whatever the fuck that she wants to do, while nobody holds these people accountable. They're being rewarded for it. They're being rewarded for abusing you. They're being given jobs for abusing you. And then you're accepting that as a new normal behavior, which creates a new form of collective consciousness while you lie to people's faces about how the internet actually works. You literally lie to people's faces telling that any piece of content, one video could go viral at any moment, and you're a fucking liar. That also tells us, if that's the case, that you control the algorithm to tell who's going to be seen in front of audiences, which is a viable plan, because not everyone deserves to be seen, such as Mona Van or Charlie D'Amelio. They are scum. However, Shu Chu wants car wrecks and train wrecks instead of logical education or information that actually helps people. He only wants to overthrow this country through tyranny, through sellouts like Ken Kradick and Addie McCracken and all the other women on these platforms who were given opportunity without working for shit their entire fucking life. Literally their entire fucking life has been handed to them. And then there's people like me who've worked their fucking ass off from the day I stepped foot on this fucking planet. And then you stand there in front of my fucking face and you talk that fucking nonsense. And then you as audience stand there and you look at them as if they're your glory whore. And then I look around and nobody does anything to protect the hardworking Americans who are doing right by people. However, now it's clouded because I can't see anybody out there who's doing right by anyone. All I see is your motherfucking ass taking more fucking photos with that fucking bitch while parading her fucking ass around at a fucking event that is fucking mentally fucking ill. Were you at a dinner with her last night? And did you congratulate her or anyone else in that fucking organized crime group? There you fucking go. I want to know where your mother is who would allow you to do this shit. And you're a fucking grown man, but guess what? You never grew up. Your mother and father are not loyal to the United States of America because if they were, they would not be standing next to a nasty Persian bitch who's annoying as fuck with a voice like that. The fact that you cannot see through her fucking bullshit is what fucking pisses me off!